Good morning, students. In this video, I am going to explain about applications of superconductors. In before lectures, we completed the definitions of superconductivity, critical transition, critical temperature, and critical current density, critical current, Meissner effect, persistent current, and also different types of superconductors. Those are type 1 and type 2 superconductors. Depends on the graphs, depends on the variation of behavior in the magnetic fields. And also we completed Josephson effect, and also we completed squids. So these are all the completed topics in superconductors. The last topic is the application of superconductors. These superconductors are having wide applications due to the zero resistance property at a particular low temperatures, having wide applications in different fields. First we will see superconducting transmission lines and electricity. So these superconducting materials can be used as the transmission lines for the electricity. So conventionally the electricity is transported by the copper cables. Generally 10% to 15% generated electricity is lost in overcoming the resistance of the cables, and it also requires the huge setup. So conventional method of cables for the electricity is the copper cables. Instead of copper, superconducting materials are used to avoid the loss of electricity, that is 10 to 15%, while transferring, and to avoid the resistance. We know that zero resistance property is observed in the superconducting materials. It also requires the huge setup. So the use of superconducting transmission lines would have the following advantages. So these are the following benefits by using the superconducting cables in place of the conventional copper cables. As we already know, minimum zero heat losses. These superconducting materials are not having the heat losses. Whereas the cables, resistive and heat losses are avoided. We know that resistance is zero and heat loss is also can be avoided using this more efficiently. A network of superconducting power cables could be carrying 1,000 times more electric current than copper cables, having better advantage than compared to the copper cables. 1,000 times of a network of superconducting power cables could be carrying the 1,000 times more electric current. Electric current is 1,000 times more electric current can be transferred using this type of cables. And the next advantage is carrying a large power. So using the superconducting transmission lines, large power could be transmitted at a fairly low voltage. Large infrastructure such as the huge transformer banks and multiple high voltage AC transmission lines and towers could be minimized. And the large power also can be carried using these superconducting materials. The large power could be transmitted at a fairly low voltage. Large infrastructure such as the huge banks, multiple high voltage AC transmission lines which are used in the conventional method can be avoided by using these superconducting materials. And high current carrying density, as we already know, the current is power also 1,000 times more electric current can be carried using these type of superconducting materials. So using superconductors such as these are the two types of superconductors are used in these electric transmission. Current density is above 10,000 amperes per square centimeter could be transmitted. More current. These are the having supercurrent cables can transfer with zero resistance. High current is transferred without resistance and without loss of heat. So these are the main benefits of the using superconducting materials in the electricity transmission. For storing current in superconducting coils, we know that superconductors are used in the superconducting magnetic energy storage that store the electric energy in the form of electric current in a closed superconducting coil. The current remains trapped forever in the coil. There is absolutely no energy loss. So we know that when a superconductor carrying a current will behave as a superconducting magnet, and it can be used as a special type of devices known as the superconducting magnetic energy storage devices. Once the electric energy is started flowing in that superconducting coil, it will be remains forever for long time in that without energy loss. This current can be recovered in very short amount of time. And transfer superconducting coils in transformers and electric machines generate much stronger electric fields and the magnetic fields. It will also eliminate the eddy current losses, means heat losses, hysteresis losses will be avoided using the superconducting current. Therefore the size of motors and generators will be drastically reduced and the efficiency will be improved. And next, the second application of the superconducting materials is the superconducting magnets. As I already told, many devices are using magnets. So in place of traditional magnets, we can use the superconducting magnets, which having more advantages here. Intense magnetic field strength is more high, and the uh, flux strength is also good. Here superconducting magnet has ability to support very high current density and also no resistance. Due to this, electromagnets can be constructed that generate the high magnetic fields with a little electric power units. Type 2 superconductors such as niobium, titanium alloys can produce the high magnetic fields of around 9 to 10 Tesla. So the type 2 superconductors are used in this construction of the superconducting magnets. Examples are these alloy type of materials. Compact and more efficient setup. A superconducting magnetic system require quite compact and occupy a small space compared to the traditional magnets. Can be operated for the longer duration in persistent mode. As we already know, the once the current flow is started, that magnetic field and the current flow will be maintained at low temperature for a longer duration of time. So that is said to be the persistent current. But in the persistent mode of operation, that magnetic flux and the magnetic field will be maintained for the long days, like even months, and nearly constant field. So that is the one more advantage, that magnetic field will be maintained for a longer duration of time at the persistent operation. And frictionless bearings. The next application of the superconducting materials is the frictionless bearings. In these frictionless bearings, a bearing is a machine element that bears the load and minimizes the friction between the moving parts. So we know that the bearing will reduce the friction between the moving parts. That can be used by using these superconducting materials, because the superconductors and design principle of Meissner effect and magnetic field repulsion. Due to this, it is kind of magnetic cushion, and it would have following advantages. These superconductors are having the Meissner effect, which will repel the magnetic lines of force. So it will behaves like that magnetic flux which is repelling from that material will behaves like a magnetic cushion, and it will reduces the friction. So what are these benefits of using these superconducting materials as bearings? No lubrication and maintenance. We no need to do the lubrication of that bearings. Provide the highest efficiency of all bearing technologies and prevent contact, friction, and wear. They need no lubrication or maintenance and can be used under extreme conditions, vacuum, cryogenic environments. So we can use these frictionless bearings in many devices. Because of that, no lubrication and no maintenance. More efficient bearings. Superconducting magnets bearings are virtually frictionless, dust free, wear and tearless. So these are more efficient. High driving speed. Rotational bearings for very high driving speeds are also possible. Frictionless motors. So in motors also, in place of bearings, traditional bearings, we can use these materials, superconducting materials, because frictionless motors, the principle of magnetic air cushion between stator and rotator is used. Many devices which are using stator and rotator can you replace with these frictionless motors. Then we can use these frictionless bearings in that frictionless motors to avoid the to improve the efficiency. And next one is the in electronics. What are the applications in electronics? In variety of devices like squids, we already saw this. Transistors, integrated chips, etc. can be designed using superconductors. Many advantages of using superconductors in designing of electronic components. In reduction in heat loss, mainly the purpose is high current flow and heat loss can be avoided, and the magnetic flux will be maintained for longer duration. These are the main advantages of using in electronic field or whatever it may be. And superconducting electronics are listed below. Here, Josephson junctions. In Josephson junctions are used fast electronic switches or sensitive magnetometers. A magnetometer is able to detect very small magnetic fields. As we already saw this in medical fields, they are using the MRI scan, MEG scan. These all for this all purpose they are constructing the devices for to understand the various body parts to calculate the magnetic flux coming from the various body parts, to understand that variation in the magnetic flux coming from body parts. They are using some magnetometers. Those are constructed using the principles of Josephson junctions, which can detect the variation in the magnetic flux up to the order of 10 power minus 15 Tesla. Small magnetic fields variation also can be easily detected using that type of devices. And next, supercomputers. Supercomputers also one type of concept, that logic element have a speed limit. They operate at the speed in orders of few nanoseconds. Logic elements based on Josephson junctions can operate at the speed of Josephson junction is like a fast switching method. So that can be used in the superconductors which build upon using logic gates. squids. Superconducting quantum interference devices, we already saw this, used in the MRI scan and MEG scan to understand the brain activities, and we can use for this oil oil war detection and mineral detection, earthquake detection, and geothermal energy survey. And next one is the in electronics transistors. We can use in place of the superconducting material in place of the transistors. They will significantly speed up the processing of signals or data in microprocessor circuitry connections and IC fabrication also, by the benefit of no eddy current losses and no heat losses, and high current flow will be advantages. And next, medical field, as we already saw, as we already completed this MEG scan. This MEG scan is a technique which will understand the brain signals. These MEG scanner are using the squids, which will which will identify extremely small magnetic fields, that is up to 10 power minus 12 Tesla. And MRI scan will detect every part of the human body, which will every part of human body will generate a small magnetic flux that will be identified by that this MRI device, which will scans and which will water molecules in human body contains hydrogen nuclei, which will produce as the magnetic flux. An MRI scan applies a very strong magnetic field which aligns the proton spins. This alignment of spin can be detected by squids. MRI diagnosis is used for the investigation of brain, including detection of tumors. MRI is also used for the investigation of sports injuries, muscle injuries, and so we already know these MRI scans are used in all type of health problems. So, and last one is the last application of this application of superconductors is maglev trains. In India, we did not find this type of trains. Here, these trains are in conventional transport system. Friction between the wheels and ground and rail is one of the crucial element. Due to the friction, there is a limitation of speed. So speed will be limited due to the friction developed between the wheels and the ground. It also increases wear and tear. Magnetic levitation trains is floating vehicle for load land transportation. Maglev trains do not slide over the lights but float on air cushion over a strong magnetized track. So this is a floating train which will float on air cushion over a strong magnetized track, as there is no mechanical friction, speeds up to. So these are the fast moving trains which will move up to 500 kilometers per hour, having a specially designed track which is a air cushion over a strongly magnetized tracks, can be easily achieved. The advantages of superconductors are permanent currents as high as at these 7 lakh amperes can be passed through the superconducting coils. So we already know high magnetic fields can be produced using the superconducting coil, which are used in this design of maglev trains, which are the high speed trains. This produces a strong magnetic field order of the 5 Tesla. So the 5 Tesla strength of magnetic field is produced to carry this to fabricate this train. So this produces a strong magnetic field of the order of 5 Tesla, enough to levitate the train. So these are the applications of the superconductors. Mainly they will ask the question like this: what are the applications of the superconductors in transport? What are the applications of the superconductors in medical field? What are the applications of superconductors in electronic field? And also what we completed, what explain the superconductors as application superconductors as frictionless bearings, and also superconductors in transmission lines and current carrying. These are the question types. So in the next lecture we will discuss the numericals on these superconductors. Thank you so much.